Miguel.
And we're
Coney.
So tonight we're making
Jamaican me crazy.
So what all is that including?
We are actually, it's going to be pretty spicy, so it's not for the faint of heart. But we are going to do some Jamaican jerk flounder with some blackened shrimp skewers.
My favorite. And of course, the sweet thing is coconut rice.
The sweet thing.
I love sugar too.
Yeah.
That's our meal lineup for tonight. Yeah. You're going to start with the fish though, right?
Yes. So come on back with us and I'll show you how to rub down the fish. Hey guys, and we're back. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to rub down our fish for our Jamaican jerk fish. So we have our Jamaican jerk seasoning right here. So the Jamaican jerk seasoning is basically just smoked paprika, salt, pepper, some allspice, some onion powder, some garlic powder. Like I said, we're going to put the seasoning recipes down below so you can see all of that. So what we're going to do is, first thing you want to do is you want to make sure your fish is nice and dry. So we're going to just rub that down with a paper towel real quick. Flip that over. Tonight we're using flounder. So you can use any sort of fish that you want. Nicole's a big fan of flounder, so am I.
Oh yeah.
It's delicious, so those are nice and dry. So we're just going to take a little olive oil. Give them a little zhuzh of olive oil. So, and I'm just going to rub that in there. Oh, that's nice. It's going to be nice. Rub that in there. And then we're just going to take some of our seasoning here, our Jamaican jerk seasoning. I'm just going to sprinkle that on, and then I'm going to pat that in. So you want to make sure you get a nice, even coat of the Jamaican jerk. Now, again, we have some extra hot stuff in here. We have some hot Hungarian paprika. There's also a good bit of red pepper flake and cayenne pepper. So if you're not looking, so if you still want the flavor of Jamaican jerk, but you don't want the heat, you can always tone down some of the extra spice and you don't have to worry about it. There we go. Now we're going to do a little pepper. And a little salt. There we go. Just get that in there. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, flip these bad boys over. Okay, again, just a little zhuzh of the oil. So, and we're going to fry these up in a saute pan, and they should cook up pretty quickly, just like the shrimp. So, now we're going to use the rest of our seasoning here, and I'm just going to liberally put that on there. There we go. Nice even coating. Okay, and there you go. You're all set. Your fish is ready. Your fish is rubbed down and ready to go. So come back with us, and Nicole will show you how to skewer up the shrimp. Thanks.
Hey guys, I'm back. Just wanted to give you guys a quick show of what we're going to do with the shrimp here. It's super simple. We're just using plain regular skewers, wooden skewers that we did soak for about an hour, 2 hours, something like that. When we get these on the skewer, it'll be easier if they're already seasoned, and anything that you guys want to add to this, by the way, like if you want to put veggies in between, it's just like, a kebab basically. We're just going with the fish theme tonight, so we're just going to be using straight shrimp. So I have a couple of these little medium to large size shrimps. They're already veined, all the ick is out, but they do still have the tails on. No big deal. I'm just going to go ahead and get them here on the board. And I am going to ask Miguel to pass me just a little bit of the olive oil or vegetable oil, either one.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Just want to get him a light coat, and it's just going to really help the spicing stick to it. The blackened seasoning is a couple things. So it has paprika, onion powder, cayenne pepper, thyme, and oregano, and Jamaican allspice in it. I have seen a bunch of these recipes where there's things added in, so I think it really does have like a basis, but I think when it comes down to it, if you have specific spices that you're okay with, make it your own. and it'll be even funner. So I'm just gonna liberally season these guys to start, and then I'm really gonna just work in that spice all over the shrimp. And then go again. So you are gonna get coated in this stuff. The blackened seasoning, probably more so than the Caribbean jerk for some reason, does also have a habit of smoking up the house. So just a pre-warning there. So I'm just gonna take my skewer, go in very close to where the tail is, and then straight up the side here. Straight up the very top so it comes out. And I'm just gonna keep on going here and adding my skewers until we have everything on. Be right back.
Hey guys, thanks for sticking with us. We are back. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our flounder into this skillet. So got my skillet nice and hot. Gonna put a little olive oil in here, probably about a tablespoon of olive oil.
Teaspoon. Teaspoon? Yeah.
There we go.
We're gonna go a little lighter.
We're just gonna zhuzh that around. Make sure we're good there. There we go, that's nice. Make sure the heat is good. Now we're going to get our flounder in. So, there you go, that is the sound that you want. There we go. Now the flounder's in. Now again, like you've heard me say so many times, whether it's pork or fish or steak or whatever, you want to make sure you get a nice sear. Once you get a nice sear, it will release. People always freak out about doing fish because they're afraid it's going to stick. If you have a nice hot pan and you get a good sear, it will release. So the key is just let it go, let it do its thing. Now, these are pretty thin flounders, so we're probably going to cook them minute and a half, minute 45 max on each side. It's very easy to tell when fish is done because it'll be nice and opaque, and you can just give it a little press and it'll be nice and firm to the touch. So you won't have to worry about that. So we're just going to make sure we season this side before we flip. There we go. Give a little bit of extra seasoning there. Oh yeah, that is coming along very, very nicely. Now again, you know, we like a lot of seasoning and we like a lot of heat. So if you don't like a lot of heat, but you still like the flavor, you can tone down some of the spiciness in the seasoning that we use. You know, like I said, the recipes will be in the bottom for the seasoning that we use. There we go. That's coming along nicely. I don't know if you can see, but you can see the edges are just starting to get a little firm right there. And you can also see that just a little brownage on the bottom. So these are almost ready to flip. So after they're cooked, what we're going to do is we're going to make a quickie pan sauce. So we're going to finish it with a little butter, just a little bit of water, and some lime juice, just to amp up that flavor. You know, citrus is a really, really good friend of seafood, and that'll be really fantastic. The citrus will also be nice to tamp down some of that spice. So we are almost ready. It's always good to have one of these around. This is the best thing to flip fish. So let's see how we're doing here. We're almost ready. Yep, not quite yet.
That one's my favorite for flipping pretty much anything that you're frying.
Oh yeah, this thing is fantastic. This is an essential that you gotta have in your house. So you gotta have one of these. You gotta have a regular spatula, and you gotta have my favorite utensil, which I don't seem to have with me, which is tongs. Tongs are a cook's best friend. You can do anything with tongs. They are fantastic. Just let these go for, we're just gonna let these go for a couple of more seconds. The key with fish is you want to be hot, but not too hot.
Yeah, so you don't burn it like I do.
Exactly. They're getting nice and firm, and we're almost ready.
Might be good to go. Maybe.
Almost.
See, you have patience. I don't.
Almost ready. Yeah, and that's the key. When you're grilling, when you're sautéing, especially with meat, and you're looking for a good sear, Patience is the key. It is a virtue. All right, I think these are going to be ready to go. So just slide that under there. See, the nice thing about this is it bends. So you can slide that under there.
Nice and slow.
Nice and slow, and then you can just flip it over. Oh, see? That's what you're looking for right there. Nice, beautiful brown.
And guys, the blackened seasoning that you are seeing in it, that is meant to happen. That's actually the seasoning itself getting nice and toasted. So don't be scared.
Oh yeah. See, there we go. That's looking beautiful. Now these, I can tell because they're almost firm. They're almost done. They're going to be done in about 30 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of this stuff ready so we can make a quickie pan sauce. I'm going to put a little bit of water in here just for a little bit of extra liquid. Just to make sure we get that down. Then a little lime juice. I'm just going to pour that around the pan. There we go. And oh, you can smell that. It smells amazing. I wish you guys could smell it. So finish it off with a little pat of butter.
It smells amazing.
And just let that melt in there. Yeah, that is fantastic. Hey, babe, can you grab me a spoon real quick, please?
Oh, yeah.
So since we really can't get our butter around, so what we're going to do is we're just going to tip the pan. And that way you can get all your juices down here. And then we're just going to ladle the juices all over the fish like that. I don't know if you guys can see that pretty well. Hopefully you can. There we go. Just ladle the juices all over the fish. Okay. Kill the heat. That fish is done. And Cole, stick around with us because Cole is going to be right back with the shrimp skewers.
Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm going to go ahead and get the shrimp done next. So I'm just going to lightly oil, pretty good oil because I don't want it to stick. And then I'm also going to brush it on with the brush here. Make sure I get all in between there. We're going to just grill the shrimp for about anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes. It's basically based on your size shrimp. You're looking for them to turn a pinkish in color and definitely want to make sure that they're opaque all the way through so you know that they're done. It is sizzling a little bit. Can't hear it because of the fan, but just make sure they're nice and even and laid down in there. The skewers are going to be pretty easy to twist with a pair of tongs. So we're just going to grill these a couple minutes on either side. These are more on the small to medium, more so on the small side. So I'm probably only going to need like a minute, maybe a minute and a half for each side, and they're going to be done. When you remove them, just keep in mind they do continue cooking. So if you go over, you're going to know because they're going to taste like rubber. So we're just basically looking for them to turn pink. And if you guys look real close, you'll actually start to see that the tails are already starting to turn that pinkish color. Now this is going to be interesting for most of you guys when you make it the first time because you do have blackened seasoning on it. So it does tend to kind of tarnish the shrimp a little bit, making it a little bit more difficult to tell. But the tails are a good indication. So we're going to let one side go. What I am going to do is use my residual oil that fell to the bottom of the pan here and just lightly dab on, if you will, or brush on this side so that when I go to flip, just making sure that we have a little extra protection as far as the shrimp go so that they don't stick. So just like anything that you're cooking, we do want to get a nice, burn in, so to speak, at least grill marks, so that you get that flavor of the char and you get the flavor of the blackened seasoning. It really, inputs itself into the shrimp here. So we're actually already good to go. A minute and a half has passed for one side. So we are going to go ahead and turn to the other side. Like I said, shrimp does go pretty fast. All right. So with the residual heat that's already in the pan, I can go ahead and turn my pan off there. And we're just going to let these guys go about another minute and a half and see how it goes. These guys are almost done. And we definitely, again, don't want them to go too long So you're looking for, if I could show you in camera here, see how the shrimp is just getting white around the outside and it's opaque in the center? They need just a few more seconds, but they're essentially going to be done in just a few seconds. So hang on. We'll be right back to show you how we're going to plate all this up together, and we'll give you a quick, fast recipe for that coconut rice. Come on back, guys. Thanks. Hey, guys. We're back, and here's the finished product. So as promised, I was going to tell you how to make the coconut rice. Are you ready for this super secret?
Super secret.
Rice? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is literally 1 can of coconut milk, and I add in extra fresh coconut. So
because everybody loves coconut.
Exactly. And it's basically a half a cup of water and a pat of butter. So teaspoon, tablespoon, typical rice instructions to follow. And that is it.
Yep.
And in front of us, the finished product. I don't know about you.
Oh, I'm starving. So we'll see you guys.
Peace out. Bye.
Bye-bye.